If you're starting this year off looking for inspiration, I think the Gina K Designs Mega Kit might just be for you. Hi everyone, I'm Rebecca Keppel, and in today's video I'll be unboxing the Mega Kit and sharing a bunch of cards made using it. Let's just start by saying when they say mega, they mean mega. There are several stamp sets, several die sets, there's 2 layering stencil sets, there's also an embossing folder. It is jam-packed with Gina K goodness. So first, let's take a look at what's inside the kit. This month's Mega Kit is called Cheerful Garden, and let's take a look at what's inside. We're going to start off with a sentiment set and die set. These are the Cheerful Greetings. The dies will cut out all of the sentiments, and you can see you get kind of a scribble stamp, which will be really fun to play with. I didn't get a chance to do it for this video, but I will do it in the future. Next up, we have a stamp and die set called We Go Together. I used some of the sentiments on the set, but look at those images too. They're so adorable, perfect for Valentine's Day or even little tiny Valentine's cards. This is the Cheerful Flowers stamp set. There's also a Cheerful Flowers embossing folder and dies. I'll share how I used that. There is this die set that has a square and then the beautiful heart inside. Next up, we have the Cheerful Flowers stencil set. So these can all be kind of used together, and I will make a few cards with them. Then we have the Heart Wreath stencil set. And then there's the Grand Garden die set and Grand Garden Vines die set. And I will definitely start out by making a card with these. Now that you've seen the kit, let's use those supplies to make some cards. I promised that I would start with the Grand Garden Gate, so this is a fun set that you can use to create an A2 gatefold card really easily with no measuring. So these open dies, you cut out both sides of the gate and then you cut them out with the design inside of it, and that creates that black cardstock look that I have. They have tabs at the side, so for the blue ones I am folding those down. First I start by just sort of going over the score line, and then I fold them down so that they create that gate, and the tabs will be on the outsides of the gate doors. For the black ones, I don't need the tabs. I don't need to double up those tabs. So I just want the actual look of the wrought iron gate. So I cut off the tabs and then use some of Gina K's matte liquid glue in order to adhere the gate to that background color. And I'll just place a magnet on there just until it dries. As for the vines die set, I did cut out this vase, and I did cut it out twice. I wanted a little bit of dimension, but I didn't necessarily want it so popped up on a large foam square or anything. And I'll place a little magnet on that while that dries. Next, I have the 2 sets of vines that I cut out. I did double up those as well. I just didn't show it. And that's just to create a little more stability in them so that I can mess around with them. And I adhered them to the back of the pot. Now I'll take some of that liquid glue and I will place it on the inside of the tab. I'll place it on an A2 piece of cardstock and then fold the tab over, and that's all you have to do to create that gatefold. And it absolutely looks so gorgeous. It's so elegant. I love doing this with kind of pops of color, the blue and the green. It's just so much fun. So for the sentiment, I wanted to use the same color as the vase. This time I will heat emboss it with some white embossing powder. So I did use a little bit of anti-static powder tool and then stamped it with Versamark ink. And now I'm using Gina K Designs white fine detail embossing powder. I really like this embossing powder. I've used a ton of different white embossing powders. This is the one that I'm reaching for again and again right now because it really is fine detail. It is super smooth, so it goes on really easily and stays stuck onto that Versamark ink, and it's pretty easy to tap off the excess as well. I'll just heat set that. I also like that it heats evenly and very opaque. So next I'll take some small foam squares and place it on the left-hand side of the vase, and then I will place that down on that left-hand gate, and then there's no foam squares on the right-hand side. Then for the sentiment, I did the exact opposite. Foam squares on the right-hand side, none on the left. And so you can see how that creates your open and close interactive gatefold card without any measuring. It's absolutely brilliant. It's so much fun. You could put this on top of a top folding card if you wanted so that you could have a white inside, but I think it looks just perfect the way it is, like this, and then it will fit into an A2 envelope because I did this on an A2 panel and it absolutely fits beautifully. Next up, we'll use that Cheerful Flowers embossing folder. It's a really three-dimensional embossing folder. So I will mist my cardstock a little bit so that it really sinks in and softens the paper, and then run that through my die cut machine. There are also 3 dies that come with this set. So I die cut all 3 of them out, and then I'm placing them on the side of the embossing folder that is debossed, that is a dip. And I'll run that through the die cut machine, and you can see you get that beautiful impression on the die cut flowers. Next up, we'll take the background that I created with the embossing folder, and I'll use a small piece of tape rolled up to hold that in place on my glass mat. Then I'll take some more tape and hold the first stencil in place over that cardstock. I'll take a little bit of Gina K ink and use some green for it's Kelly green for the leaves. And then for the second stencil, I used light carnation for the flowers, medium carnation for the insides of the flowers. So I was having so much fun. And then I also stenciled one of the flowers that we die cut and then embossed. And I'll share why I'm going to do that in just a second. Once this one's all done, add a little bit of extra green to the stem. I cut the panel down to 4 by 5 1/4, and now you can see that that individual flower fits perfectly on one of the flowers in the background. So you get a really nice, if you pop it up, bit of dimension on this card. And then I just added a sentiment from those cheerful greetings sentiments. All right, so here I cut out that background heart and the beautiful design around it without the square. And that's because I'm going to create a shaker card here. So I'll put a little bit of Gina K's matte liquid adhesive down around the openings of that die cut, and then I'll place an A2 piece of clear transparency paper behind that. Next, I'll take some foam lines and I'll line it up right around the design on the outside of the design so you can't see it through the design. And then I'll peel off those backings on the foam strips. I like to peel first and then pour the goodies inside second. And that is because when I pour the goodies inside first and then I peel, I inevitably get them all over the place. I put a white piece of A2 cardstock down onto those foam lines and then pressed down and trapped all the shaker goodies inside. Here I have one of the sentiments from We Go Together stamp set, and I have the coordinating die. I'll place it on top and cut that out, and then I'll put a few foam squares behind it and pop it up right in the center of the heart. I love making shaker cards with unique windows like this, so that is a lot of fun with that die. Next up, we'll use the heart wreath stencil set, and I decided to use the Kelly green for both the lighter color of the leaves and then the darker color of the leaves. And I always recommend doing that if you don't have a ton of colors, but sometimes it also just works really, really well. And I love the way those leaves look with those 2 applications of Kelly green on it. I'll use another one of those sentiments from the We Go Together stamp set. This time I'm heat embossing it again with the white heat embossing fine detail powder from Gina K. Next, I lined up the heart around the sentiment from that die. Now I'll have a little bit of liquid adhesive on a piece of fun foam that I just cut out so it's a little bit smaller than the panel, put more adhesive on the back of the fun foam and popped that up so that the entire panel was really popped up. And then the little heart I just used some foam squares with. This is a really simple card, clean and simple, but it's just so cute and I love it. I did add some fine white gel pen details around the leaves and on the heart just for a little bit of accent. I realized I hadn't used the Cheerful Flowers stamp set. I like to use everything at least a little bit once when I'm sharing the kit with you so that you can really see things in action. The fun thing about this stamp set is that it has some unique shapes to create some fun abstract backgrounds. So that's what I'm having fun doing right now, just using some Gina K inks and inking up on the right hand side of my A2 panel a bunch of different circles in a few different colors. Then I'll use Gina K's Amalgam ink to stamp the flower. I'll trim the panel down to probably about 4 by 5.25. This way I can mat it on another color of cardstock, but I like to go from one side to the other so that nothing is really cut off on the side. I decided to use my Ohuhu markers to color in this flower. I'm not doing a lot of crazy coloring here. I'm using 2 colors per area so that I can have a little bit of blending, but nothing super crazy. I just want the colors to kind of match the colors that I used in the stamping on the right hand side. Then all I have to do is adhere the panel down to another piece of Gina K cardstock and stamp the sentiment from the Cheerful Sentiments stamp set. I don't need to pop anything up. This is close to being a 1-layer card. It's about as close as I get. Every time I get the chance to work with a Gina K Designs kit, I always end the video by reminding you that they sell fast. Really fast. So if you're seeing this video and you want a kit, run over there now because they just fly off the shelves. And this mega kit just has so much beauty to it that I have a feeling it's going to be very popular. I'd love to hear what your favorite items from the kit were. Let me know in the comments below. As always, I want to thank you so much for stopping by and spending time with me today. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you again soon.